Hey friend, welcome to MARKINC Ministries. My name is Chuck Batters. These are the 12 days of Christmas. Through these 12 days, we're on day number 10 today. Through the 12 days of Christmas, we are attempting to answer the question, why do you at MARKINC Ministries do what you do? You put so much time, so much effort, so much energy into producing resources that certainly have to rip the scabs off your own body, but are designed to help hurting people. But why do we do, Sharon, what we do?
Well, I love answering that question. I didn't think I was going to love answering that question so many times, but the more I dig into it, the more excited I am to see what God is doing through the work of MARKINC Ministries. We have a wonderful team that is passionate about offering the help and hope of the gospel, and so many behind the scenes details that make it possible for us to go around the world. And that's one of the stories that I want to share with you today, Chuck, is a message from someone who was in a third world country. She says, about a year ago, I moved from the United States to a third world country where I work with orphans. My family is not happy about my decision, and I am having difficulty finding friends. I am so lonely. That's why Daily Treasure, and Daily Treasure is our online devotional and podcast, is so important to me. I look forward to starting my day with you, especially with the podcast. It's like having a quick conversation with a friend who knows me better than anyone else. We have never met, but I feel like I know you. My church background is rocky, so turning to the Lord for anything, let alone a personal relationship, feels foreign to me. But I keep hearing you say, taste and see that the Lord is good, so my heart is not as closed as it was. Thank you for Daily Treasure. It is a good friend. And one of the reasons we do what we do, really, I have to say we're compelled to do it. We have to do it because God has called us to it. And fortunately, He has raised up a wonderful team to help make it happen. But one of the passions that we have is not just to be the tourniquet that helps stop the bleeding of a broken heart for a few minutes, but to come alongside of people on a daily basis and to link arms with one another and help one another to walk by faith, just little by little. You know, it's that moment we've talked about before where we're all in this marathon. We're heading home. H-O-M-E, capital H-O-M-E. We are heading home, and sometimes it's tiresome and it's hard and it's mundane, and yet someone comes alongside with the scripture, and we are encouraged and we are strengthened. And I'm so grateful that this woman from across the world has reached out to let us know, yes, we are linking arms and we are walking by faith together.
You know, in the book of Leviticus, Israel was commanded to celebrate 7 different feast days throughout the course of the year, 7 different feast days. All of them were designed to teach them to understand the meaning of one word: remember. Remember. Remember what I've done for you. God doesn't waste your pain, and He's going to owe you and me and all of us nothing when we stand in glory. He will owe us nothing because He will have then redeemed all of our pain and sorrow. That's why the scripture tells us that in heaven there are no tears, no sorrow, no pain. Why? Because the former things have passed away. They're gone. We're redeemed out of the pit into the hands of a glorious God. That's why we celebrate Christmas. It's one of the Christian holidays where we remember the true meaning of Christmas is that God has come into this world to redeem our pain, to redeem our loneliness and our sorrow. My question to you is this: will you remember MARKINC Ministries this year? Will you remember what we do? Will you partner with us? Will you help us? We can't do what we do without the resources we gather from you. And believe me, those resources are hard to come by. We know how difficult it has become financially for people to help us. We know that pain. We know that, Lord, what are you doing? We can't continue doing what we're doing without the help of your people. So I ask you at Christmas time, during the end of this year, as we're seeking a matching gift from a generous donor, will you help us? Will you remember Mark Inc. Ministries and become partners with us so that we can continue doing what we do in ministering to people like this? Sharon, that's one of the reasons why we do what we do, so that folks can partner with us for the glory of God. That's why we do what we do.